I could be texting my friend late at night and text for hours, and then during all those times we gotta say bye and go to sleep. We never actually stop what we're doing and go to sleep. We literally keep saying bye to each other, and then we bring up something immediately after to talk about to each other, or we literally just refuse to leave each other unread. I have no idea why it feels illegal to leave each other unread, but it does.
Okay, so you ever open your phone to check the time and now it's 47 minutes later, you're watching a guy build a tiny house and you still don't know what time it is? My god, what about you guys? Okay, so I said thank you to the waiter. Then he said enjoy your meal, and then I panicked and said you too. Like he was about to sit down and join me. Like bro. Then I spent the next 5 minutes overthinking whether he noticed or if I should just move to a different country. The food was made, but the existential crisis was seasoned perfectly. Like, why do human interactions come with jump scares? Me screams into voice now like, bro, that was so funny. Where did you see that? You know, laughing and everything. Also, me realizes that it wasn't recording. Oh my god, now I gotta perform that Oscar-winning scene again. Like, it's never the same. Bro, I tried 3 times, I'm done. What about you guys? Class was mad quiet. Even my brain was like, shh. Then someone just randomly said something. Next thing you know, the whole class turned into a fish market. Like, bro, shout out to that one loud homie, a true legend. You tell everyone that you're broke, but somehow there is always money for snacks. Like, no cash for fuel, but a full budget for chips, cookies, and emotional support chocolate. So you stand at the checkout like it's self-care, not spending. Financially unstable, but snack-wise, thriving. So what about you guys? Okay, so I put my keys down for literally a few seconds and now they're just vanished into the Bermuda Triangle. That is my apartment. Every time I clean my room, I find things I didn't know I lost. What about you guys? Offered the last fry just to look polite, you know, the Oscar level acting from my side. But they actually took it. I was like, bro, like, no. Basically, it was just an award I wasn't really giving. Never trusting anyone with fake offers again. I was watching reels. Eyes was getting heavy. And I feel like I could sleep any second. Deciding it was finally time to rest, I put my phone away and turned off the light. As soon as I laid down, expecting to drift off, instantly, my brain suddenly became alert. Like, why? Every ounce of sleepiness vanished like it was never there. Now I'm, just lying in bed, wide awake, wondering what kind of betrayal that was. So, did it ever happen with you guys? Let me know in the comment section below. Okay, so the betrayal when you check the time at night, expecting it to be around like 2 a.m., but it's actually 5:46 a.m. and now you have to choose between being a responsible human being or accepting your fate as sleep-deprived zombie. So yeah, what about you guys? Okay, so nothing humbles you faster than accidentally opening your front camera. Like 1 second you're minding your business and next you're face to face with your worst enemy, and that is your own reflection at the worst possible angle. Like, oh my god, what about you guys? Okay, so you know that awkward moment when you are about to enter a shop and someone holds the door for you, but you're still kind of far, so now you have to awkwardly jog toward them like you owe them your life. So what about you guys? Okay, so I just woke up late and panic, got ready in like 5 minutes only to realize, oh my god, it's Saturday. Okay, so you ever just stare at your wardrobe knowing you have clothes but still feel you have nothing to wear? Like the outfit exists but they're not outfitting today. So you end up wearing the same 3 things even though you swore you tried something new this time. So yeah, that's me. What about you guys? Okay, so Eid mornings always start the same. Waking up way too early, rushing to get ready, and pretending you're not sleepy while greeting guests, and the excitement of Eid, the cash. And then comes the food marathon where you promise yourself just one plate until you realize you can't move. By evening, your fancy Eid outfit has mysteriously collected food stains and you're left wondering how time flew so fast. So Eid Mubarak, everyone. You know that feeling when you get all dressed up looking absolute best and then you have nowhere to go? Like you just did a full fashion show in your room, just took 100 pictures and now you're just standing there contemplating whether you should
at least go to the grocery store to justify the effort or not. Okay, so you ever start a show just to see what it's about and suddenly you're emotionally invested in characters who don't even know you exist? Like when you're casually watching, the next you're screaming at the screen because someone just made a stupid decision, like, bro, why you do that? And then when it ends, you just sit there staring at the credits like, what I am supposed to do with my life now? Like, you could start and end the show, but nothing ever just hit the same way again. Okay, so ever notice how the only time you want absolute silence is when you are searching for your phone? You know, suddenly even the walls have opinions, random alarms go off, and your mom decides to hold a TED talk. Then after tearing apart the house, you realize it was in your hand all along. And that's when you seriously consider applying for a brain upgrade. What about you guys? Okay, so you find the perfect pen that glides effortlessly, makes your handwriting beautiful and feels just right. You know, a week later, it mysteriously disappears, never to be seen again. You buy another pen, same brand, same model, but it's not the same. Turns out the universe only lets you keep the great pens for a short fleeting moment. So what about you guys? Okay, so ever had one of those days where you confidently walk into a room only to forget why you're there? Like you stand frozen, convincing yourself it was something important, and minutes later you find yourself holding snacks you didn't plan to get. So guess the brain's priorities were clear after all. Food is everything for me. So what about you guys? Okay, so there's always that one friend who messages, call me when you're free, and suddenly I'm questioning my entire existence. Am I in trouble? Is it good news, bad news? Do I need to mentally prepare for a deep conversation, or are we just discussing what to eat? And then when I finally call, they're like, oh, nothing serious, just wanted to talk. Meanwhile, I've already written my apology speech. Imagine 5 worst case scenarios. Okay, so you know that feeling when you finally decided to be productive, but somehow everything becomes 10 times harder, like the internet slows down, the laptop starts overheating like it's running a spaceship, and suddenly you need a snack, water, a different chair, anything but actually working, not possible. And by the time you're settled, the motivation is gone. Just perfect. What about you guys? Okay, so every time you get a notification while studying, just a quick check. Okay, opens phone, replies to one message, scrolls, checks another app, reads the comments, laughs, and then I'm like, wait, what was I even doing? This is me, this is my level of ADHD. Okay, so you ever overthink so much that you start imagining arguments that never ever happened? Like you're just sitting there fully stressed about a fight you had in your head with someone who has no idea they just lost. So what about you guys?